Minister, we came back into the House, the Seanad, during the election period. It was in fact not this Seanad, it was the previous Seanad, 25th Seanad, that passed the Health Protection and Preservation Emergency Powers Bill. And I would note this is the first time that this Seanad had potentially the opportunity to scrutinise that legislation, and that opportunity has been deeply curtailed with an inadequate length of debate and, of course, in the absence of proper pre-legislative scrutiny. We were told in the lengthy debates of previous bills as they came through with the last government, with the outgoing ministers, just to be very clear, there is a reason that this bill is being debated now and that it's not a resolution. That was anticipated because it was very important that there would be a hard sunset point. Not simply a sunset point where things could be renewed by resolution, but a sunset point where, given that we are skipping the normal scrutiny of legislation, not having the kind of oversight we would, transferring from the Oireachtas substantial powers to the Minister, powers that a minister would normally not perhaps be exercising by statutory instrument, but we have given him the power to do more than he normally would by statutory instrument. All of those powers were transferred with the understanding that, and I could go back and we can look at the debates, you will see Minister Harris and Minister Coveney speaking about this, the fact that there is a sunset clause, there will be chances for future debates. We want to have one extension allowed so that we can deal with an emergency scenario, but not infinite. This bill right now, people have talked about November. My main concern is, as the bill is worded right now, these powers could be extended till 2027 because it allows 3 monthly renewals by resolution. Yes, that is the House deciding as a resolution, but it is not the same as pre-legislative scrutiny, and it is putting us in the position of all or nothing. It's like, let's not talk about the bathwater or change the bathwater without throwing out the baby. It is literally saying to us each time that you are either for or against emergency powers, rather than perhaps there may be insight from members of the Oireachtas as to how we might improve the legislation. And I would point that members such as Senator McDougall and Senator Ward have pointed out already ways that the legislative drafting could have been improved in these powers. So, Minister, it is really vitally important that if you are asking us again to skip through the process, to hand powers over, this is about trust. And I would just say the public trust. I have one last thing, it's very important. We talked about leadership. One of the things that will affect whether or not we're extending in November is whether or not we have a TRIPS waiver so that the world can be vaccinated. Because let's not be very clear, we are not passively in a situation of this. We can choose to accelerate the vaccination of the world and minimise the risk of new variants by supporting a TRIPS waiver. And Minister, I hope you will champion that. I know some of your colleagues have.
Thank you.